Hi everyone, welcome to Kujo's Candle Skull. My name is Marie. In today's video, I am making my fall wax melt. And I'll be sharing with you guys my 2021 fall scents which I am using in this video. Before we get into this video, I want to shout out my new subbies and thank you to my day one subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for clicking on my video. While you're here, please thumbs up this video so we can reach more people who are interested in videos like this. Don't also forget to subscribe. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, here you'll see me. Basically, I have a scale right there, and I have my big pitcher, and I also have, like, my wax melter and everything else, fragrance oil, wax, stuff. So but here the kind of wax that I'm using is the coconut tart, and I really like it. I mean, you already know my love for coconut, so there is no way that I would have used other wax, other than coconut wax. Coconut wax has been so good to me, oh my god. So I know my wax melt I would want to use coconut tart. I bought my wax melt shell, like the clamshell, from Amazon. I would love to stop using plastic, just use less plastic as possible. I have looked around though, and basically all the clamshells that I have seen always, like, they have like a plastic container inside of it that holds the wax melt. Before that, I used to use this envelope, like, called, I think it's the bamboo. It's made of bamboo paper, but no tree was harmed while they made it or whatever. But yeah, so I used to use that, and then people started to complain that they don't see the wax melt inside, and would like to see the wax melt, how it looks like before they bought it. So I was like, oh, okay. Thus, I have decided, you know what, I'm just going to use these plastic clamshells for now until I found another alternative. But for now, I'm just going to be using these. I don't really like them. I'm not a big fan, but it does the job. So the cocoa tart actually is really hard. Oh my gosh, it's better than I just like using cocoa apricot creme for wax melt, because cocoa apricot creme is a soft, wax. Actually, it's not meant for wax melt. Here you see me, I am using this little funnel that I got from Amazon. I actually saw that, and then I decided, you know what, I could use this for my wax melt, because the first time I was using for wax melt, it spilled everywhere. So these have been working great for me. It's really simple to make wax melt, just like room spray. I think actually it's easier to make room sprays than wax melt. That's just my opinion. But yeah, so making wax melt is super simple, right? So what you have to do is heat it up to like 215 degree and add your fragrance oil, and then you can stir it for, like, 1 minute, 30 seconds to 1 minute. But you have to make sure you stir this thing, because you don't want, like, the fragrance in one part and fragrance is not blended. You don't want that. So you want to mix it, like, really really good, right? So yeah, so you melt the wax to 215 degrees, and then add your fragrance oil and stir. Add your fragrance oil around 215 degrees. Like when it's at 200, if it's at 220, what you have to do is basically cool it down to 215 and then add your fragrance oil. So once you add your fragrance oil, you mix it for 30 to 1 minute. You just mix this really well. Once you're done mixing it, pour it into the clamshells and let it sit for 7 days. Don't start using it, before 7 days. You might not get great hot throw, so wait till 7 days or plus. The longer it sits, the better the hot throw is. So what I recommend is that let it sit for longer than 7 days. That's just me. Because when I made my wax melt, after 7 days, I went ahead and smelled them, and it smelled good. It had like great smell, right? But after my pop-up event, it smelled really good because it's been sitting for 2+ weeks now, and it smells really really great. So I like that. So after that, you just throw it away. Just put it away, forget about it. Make sure you mark your date though, so that you don't forget or confuse about the cure time and stuff like that. So basically I am repeating the same steps. I am making right here more than 20 wax melts, and I'm making 5 clamshells of each scent. So now, speaking of scents, we can get to into the scents that I am using here that are actually my favorite scents for the fall. So number one, I am using wild musk, which is from Nature's Garden. I'm using a lot of Nature Gardens here because I just happened to buy and have some of my Nature Gardens fall scents from last year, and I used some of them, and I used like some of the new ones. Um, and I also use chestnut brown sugar. That smells so good. Oh my god. Wild musk already smells great. Wild musk smells so good. If you guys want me to do a kind of like a fragrance oil review um, from Nature's Garden, again, I'll do it. So the next one that I have used is called Nag Champa. And Nag Champa, it reminds me of like, when I'm doing my spiritual practice, Nag Champa incense. But for this, it's candle, and then I love the smell. I love the fact that I can just, mix this fragrance oil with my wax, and then I can lit it up when I'm, doing my meditation or whatever I am doing. Um, Lavender, I am using lavender because lavender is all year round scent for me. I love lavender. It smells great, and it's been great. And here I am using pine forest. Pine forest smells like Christmas. It smells like around Christmas time. The smell of pine, like around, it just reminds me of Christmas. That's just it. It just reminds me of Christmas. Another one that we're using is mahogany thick wood. I was curious about this smell. It's really interesting because I have heard people on the Facebook group talking about the mahogany thick wood. I got mine from Nature's Garden, and the other two, the lavender, the Nag Champa, lavender, and pine forest, are all from Nature's Garden. So the mahogany thickwood really, really smells so good, you guys. It smells great. So I am using cashmere plum. Obviously, cashmere plum is one of those scents that I love, 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 and it will always be on my website. Yeah, I will never stop using cashmere plum. The other thing that I'm using is cranberry apple marmalade. This is from Candle Science, and to be honest with you guys, it's really not my favorite smell. I don't really like the smell of it. But I wanted to know what other people thought of it. So I made some and brought it to my pop-up event, and people bought some of them, but not too much. So not too much like the pine forest and the wild musk. I am also using cinnamon. Cinnamon is from Nature's Garden. It smells just like cinnamon, and I am not a big fan of just cinnamon. That's just me. But it smells good. It smells good. I'm just not a big fan of it, but that doesn't mean that I wouldn't use it. And the another one that I use that's closer to cinnamon that I actually like is the apple cinnamon. Apple cinnamon smells amazing, and it's from Nature's Garden as well. The apple cinnamon just, oh my gosh, it just blows my mind. I am using creme brulee. Creme brulee, so many people thought that they like creme brulee just as food, not the smell. So I thought that was really interesting. But near my house, this was in Philly, by the way, but near my house here, people actually like the creme brulee. It's just so funny. So I'm gonna keep making creme brulee for the fall and the winter. And my last scent is fresh coffee. fresh coffee. Everybody loves coffee. So fresh coffee was one of them that people just loved, and then they just wanted fresh coffee. So yeah, so what people really liked here, people like the wild musk, chestnut brown sugar, pine forest, mahogany teakwood. They liked fresh coffee. But yeah, my favorite of all of them is the wild musk. I really like that smell. So I guess that's it for this video. If you guys, let me know what you guys think about everything that I said in this video, and also about the scents. If you have any information for the clamshell, please let me know. So I'll stop this video here. If you like this video, if you did, make sure to thumbs up. Let me know what you think about the scents, you know, the cocoa tart and the clamshell. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!